I am totally dumbfounded. As you can tell, I got these little things going on here. I, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I don't remember when, a few days ago, a Gunpla video came up in my feed and I watched it. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And of course, then I started watching a couple other ones. And then I got into some other internet crap and I was like, oh, Hobby Lobby has these. So I went over to Hobby Lobby and I picked up what they had. I had that little guy there, which basically came out of the box like that. The only thing that I had to do is put the sword in the hand and the shield on the arm. So I probably won't get any more of those. I got another one down there that I haven't opened yet. So I got two of those. Those are like $5 a piece. I got two of those. Not too thrilled about these ones. It was okay to build, but as far as, I'm kind of just meh on this one. It's interesting. I like the clear plastic, how it went together. But overall, I would not continue doing any of these. I got another one down there as well. I got two of them. That's what they had, so I picked them up. They're inexpensive too. Like I said, I think those ones were $5 a piece. I think these were $7 a piece. And I got three of these. This one, the one that I'm currently working on, which is here. All the parts. It's this one up here, which you can kind of get out of there. Right there's a good picture of it. I just grabbed what they had, honestly. I think this one was $15. Is that what that says? Yeah, $15. I don't know if that's a good price or not. And then I've got, that one's $21 for this one. I was saving this one for last because I like the way he looks. So I'm digging that one the most out of all of them. So I'm going to build that one last. So I have always built models my entire life. Usually auto models. As a kid, as I got older, I started building ship models. Which I currently have several ship models that I started building at our last house, which we moved not too long ago. At the last house, I didn't have this. This is what I'm talking about. I didn't have a space dedicated for doing stuff. Now that I have that, I'm probably going to pull my models back out and finish them up. The bigger problem is where I used to work and build stuff, I'd have to bend over the whole time with my back. I could sit there maybe 10 to 15 minutes and then I'd be in so much pain that I'd have to go lay down. At least here, I can sit back in my chair a little bit when I get a little sore. So I can sit here for an hour or two and do stuff. So anyway, I'm able to work a little bit longer. Now, that being said, I've been working on these guys. Again, my expectations of this coming in, as a kid growing up, snap together models were trash. Every single snap together model I've ever built as a kid. Now, understand, I'm also almost 50. So yes, technology's advanced and my mental image of something has not changed. So I'm sure it's not models that snap together, I assume are better. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're still trash. Every single one that I've ever put together that was snapped together, it'd be like, okay, I'm done. Set it down, and it'd fall apart. Now, that being said, that's always been my assumption of snap together. Watching the few things of this that I've watched, I was like, well, I'll see. That's why I got different variations, multiple things to see. I don't like to get just one thing and then make my mind up after that. I'm trying different things so I can have a good, quasi-good, I don't know, experience, hopefully. As I put that one together, though, out of all the models I've ever built, and even on this one here, these are some of the best plastic parts I have ever seen on a sprue. There is virtually no overmold. Like in the castings, I don't think I've got any of my little Stormtrooper stuff here has... Did I clean that one up? I think I've already cleaned that one up a little bit. Even on these, I know I cleaned these ones up, but you can still see it on this one. Right down the center of this guy's chest. You can see what I'm talking about. My freaking phone's gonna make this blurry. You can see it right there. There's the mold line straight down the center of this chest. Now, I've already cleaned a lot of this up, but you can still see that line distinctly. All right, most plastic pieces that are molded all have that. Anybody who's ever done anything with plastic parts, you know you always have to clean them up. On all of this, I didn't clean up anything. There's not one bit of cleanup on any of this little guy. I am thoroughly impressed. And not only am I thoroughly impressed, I had a lot of fun putting this thing together. I'm shocked. It's much more in-depth than I thought it was going to be. The fact that he's posable, you know, you can change his... I've only got one hand, so I can't, you know... I'm holding my phone. I don't have my little thing, my phone holder. But anyway, I'm actually having a very good time putting these together. So much so that my thought is, because obviously you can see, this is what I'm generally working on, is minis. So this is a step from out of what I normally do. That being said, I'm currently considering going back up to Hobby Lobby in my town, picking up another one of each of these, so that way I can have just a normal one that I did, and then doing one and painting it. Because obviously this is more along the lines like my little dude back over there. I haven't finished him yet. But you can even see one of my little guys that I'm slowly working on. Boba Fett's back there that I'm working on. But that's what I'm curious about. I wonder what... I've watched a couple of videos. There's one. This guy. Holy crap. He was good. I can't remember his name. He's Japanese. He didn't speak English. So I had to read through the entire video. This guy right here that he did, he's holding it in his hand so I can see his hand. Every time he'd take his hand out, I'm staring at an anime. That's how well every single edge, he had a black line on every single edge. He had all the shading as if it were anime. That really just was like, holy cow. So I don't know if I'd be able to get into the whole, you know, doing all the edges. Obviously, you can see there's a huge seam there. But for the most part, these are extremely clean. I've done virtually nothing to this. I knocked it off the sprue. You can see on the by my finger here in the center of each of that where it was connected to the sprue. So it's not like I've done a whole bunch of cleanup. I honestly, I came into this right off the bat thinking, I'm just going to put it together. I'm going to not really do a whole lot, but as I go along, as you can tell on this piece, right there by my thumb is where it came off the sprue. I actually got into that one a little bit too much. You can clearly see that. Now, you can't see that one. Even in the light, you can kind of see it a little bit. And you can kind of see that one a little bit. Tells you as I'm going along. I'm like, I'm just going to put it together. I've got my polishing file out. Yeah, I'm not going to put any effort into this as I'm polishing plastic pieces. This is the first models that I've ever built where I'm actually concerned. You can see all the little, that's from me. I can see this is going to be a very, very dangerous thing for me because I'm going to start. I already know there's a place in St. Louis, which is about 2.5 hours away, Schaefer Hobby Shop. I know they have these because I've been down that aisle when I went in there. And I was like, I don't like those things. And now that I'm making these, and I'm going to end up making that one over there, it's going to be a trip to St. Louis very soon to see what they've got up there. But eventually, like I said, what I intend to do right now, my intent is to finish these 3, go back to Hobby Lobby, get these 3 again. That way I'll have one that's just straight out of the box, very little, stuff done to them. And then have the same thing, and I'm going to paint them. And hopefully they'll come out okay. But basically, I'm going to try to paint them like that anime that I saw. The shading on it, even like right here, you can see, I don't know if you can see that well. It's just, there's nothing, it's just it's just shading from the light. So, but he had it painted that way. As I was looking at it, I was like, that's a good, I literally thought it was like on paper. It looked like this. This is literally what I thought I was looking at. I was like, that's a good picture. And as he's showing it, he's doing this. He's like going just like this. And I'm like, oh, that's a good picture. And then he reached in and picked it up. I was like, wait, what? How did he pick that up off the page? Holy shnikes. Anyway, that's how good it was. Now, I know there's no way in heck that I'll ever be able to. I'm not that good. First time, this is just me playing. And watching some of the people that they do all the panel line, I guess it's called panel lines. It's pretty cool. The only thing that I don't like, now this one I've obviously got his foot arched or angled. It's one of the things I like about these. This one here, every time I touch these move. There's like only one spot where it's connected. And it's right behind, right here. So that's, that one I don't like so much, that spot. Everything else on this is going extremely well. Everything fits together. I love the fact that you can tell that they've engineered these so well. Like, all of this, as you can see, once you put all this, it covers up the seams, even on the foot, even right here on this foot. When I pulled all these parts out and I started putting these together, this piece covers up the base, which you can see here. and everything just kind of ties in. Everything, I'm very impressed, honestly. I really am impressed. It's really cool. I never thought in a million years I'd actually have fun putting a model together. It's always been like a labor of love. You just put it together to look at it at the end. But these, I really am having fun putting these together. Even in this piece, you can see all this stuff that's here. There's a lot of little parts here that just in this little bit. And even on this, I don't know if I'll be able to get in close enough. You can see the seam line there, right by my thumb, where it's a little bit offset. That's actually one of the few places where I've seen two parts go together where it's off. Now, that being said, on the top, you can barely even see it. I can see it right there on the screen, but everything is that precise. Again, you can see it here on the edges, and you can see where I murdered it with my knife, taking it off the sprues. But you can see where, come on, really? Anyway, that piece moves. You can see that it's got a little gap there for it to move. But that's what I was kind of talking about, the fact that on this top part, it's milled so well and put together so well. That's what made me start getting my file out and actually start doing some stuff, because as I was looking at that, I was like, man, that looks really good. And so like this piece here, you can kind of see that a little bit in the center where that little white speck is, where I've been polishing that up a little bit. Again, I am not attempting to make these imperceptible seam lines or anything. I'm not even attempting that. Now, when I do the next group of them, if you can tell on this here, all right, this whole tail was a second piece. So here's one part. I don't think I have that. No, I don't. And there's a part. Okay. So I am trying to hold my phone and do all this at the same time. This is not working out very well. So anyway, you can see in the back of the head exactly where that part fits together, all the way around where that fits together. Now that same thing was on this back side. And literally, I can't remember where was that. See, I've done this one. I've already connected this piece. I can't remember exactly. See that, I guess I did a good job of that because I can't actually see it. I think that's part of it right there. You can see down inside, there's that little, I think that's part of it. Although the tail, I want to say it's over this way further. Anyway, I just did that with varnish. Where is it? Yeah. That's what I used right there. Gloss varnish to hide that seam. And as you can tell on the back of the head, that's how deep that seam was. So obviously I've got a little bit of, I can do a little bit. You can see it more substantial right there. That distinct line right down through there. I didn't get that one that well, but on that front side I did, because that's basically, he's going to be, when he's on display, you'll be staring at him this way. So, and you can kind of see this is part of it way up here. But again, eventually, when I do the next set, I'll probably use a lot of that. Excuse me. So, first time, if you've ever thought about doing any of this stuff or getting into any of this type of gunpla, and you have reservations about it because you just don't know, give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I spent, I don't know, what, 20, I think altogether I spent $50 or $60 just to play, because I'm bored. But anyway, it's money well spent because I'm having a really good time building this. I don't know if I've said that enough already. So, anyway, good job, Bandai. I like these a lot. So, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day.